Dear brothers and sisters, just 30 years ago, almost half of the world were under communism, and there was a very strong, very fierce competition between communist and capitalist countries, and less than half of the world were so-called democracy. And it was as though this will continue, and the might, the military strength of the Soviet bloc were increasing, were on the rise. And we know that communism was strongly against any religion, and there was persecution of the church in Soviet Union and many countries. And in those countries where there is socialism, communism these days, they still have that religious policy that restricts any religion that is not under direct control of the Communist Party, like in China. And all of a sudden, the Soviet Union collapsed, and everybody felt free. Okay, now it's free world. Okay, and there is still this impression that now, as though the devil is dead. Okay, and now the church is free to do whatever she wants, and everything is fine. Okay, just nothing to worry. However, if we think about this, we discover that there was no revolution that happened, and this change fits very well into the overall strategy. The strategy was of the communists. Okay, the communists, they said that well, at some point the countries, the capitalist countries, which are not willing to go with us, okay, and we cannot conquer them directly, they will just ripe, and they will fall in our hands like a ripe fruit. Okay. Right now, well, the plans changed. Okay, the plans of people who have all the power in this world, and I think now with these policies that we see, there is little doubt that there are people who just have that power. Okay, and people who have that power, they allow this to happen. Okay, and we need to think why, and what we need to be aware of and cautious of, especially with what is happening now, because things are changing again. Okay, big time. Well, the strategy of war is telling us that if you cannot conquer someone, you need to love him. Okay, your enemy, there is two ways to conquer your enemy. One way is to use power, might, military. Another way is to use love. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, just give him everything he wants. Just give him all the rights, all the freedoms, all the goods, whatever he wants. Just let him relax, get fat, sleep, okay, and then he is yours. You just come and take him. Okay, no need to fight with him. So this strategy is what is done towards the church, towards every true Christian, and the church as an institution, the Orthodox Church, because other churches are not preventing these things, the Antichrist to come. So we can see from what happened, okay, that this strategy is taking place. We can see from the Old Testament this experience of Israel that it was falling away from God. During the wars with different tribes of Moab, Amalek, Moabite people. The Israelites were winning as long as God was with them. And when these tribes, these other nations, they saw this, they were sending they were sending women, prostitutes, into the camps, military camps of the Jews, of Israelites, and they had the adultery, fornication happening. Okay, and God left. He left Israel, and Israel was hit big time. They were losing and were beaten up by those foreign tribes. And eventually, the Jerusalem was conquered by Babylon, by King Nebuchadnezzar, and prophet Ezekiel, he is telling us that Israel became like the prostitute, okay, okay, just giving herself to anyone, okay, for some gain or just for fun, okay. So this is the reason why Israel lost freedom, lost God's blessing, and only after deep repentance they were regaining God's blessing step by step. So only through very strict religious life. And this tells us about the problem with the church nowadays, okay? Because if the church is relaxed, okay, what do I mean by relaxed? Well, everybody has house, mortgage, property, car, okay, a good salary, or some salary, okay, buys some food, goes to good restaurants, likes to buy clothes, okay, nice clothes every time. He's thinking about these things all the time, okay, how to go for a vacation or somewhere else. Okay, all of this, okay, comfortable life, enjoyment, and things like this, this makes us slaves of the mammon. So after this communist collapsed, everybody just became capitalist. All these opportunities were given, and also the sanction for sin was given. Do whatever, no sin. What sin? There is no sin. Just do whatever you like, guys. Okay, just enjoy life. This became the common ideology for everyone. Okay, and with all these promoted through movies, through everywhere. Okay, this became the new task. As you are free, okay, but here is so much sin and so much information, so much nice goods to you, so that you are conquered by this stuff. Okay, you can believe whatever you want. Okay, and here becomes both the carnal fornication, adultery, because with all this comfort and stuff, and also spiritual. Okay, like with the Israel, the spiritual adultery was when they embraced also these other religions, other cults, into the true religion. And the same is happening now with us with ecumenism. Ecumenism. Ecumenism is the adultery of our days, the spiritual adultery. When all religions are about the same, everybody has something good, some truth, and everybody is walking to the same God, and we also can embrace something good from meditation, from Hinduism, Buddhism, Lamaism, all those things, and the most obvious are the okay, many denominations. I don't want to say directly, but many denominations now they embrace everything. Okay, you can see in the news. Okay, all these ecumenist activities when when the Pope is uh, setting incense in front of this Pachamama, okay, this idol, and many other things, and we have a lot of it now. So all this comes to creating one new religion, okay, and this religion of the Antichrist, okay. So right now we need to know that unless we become spiritually very vigilant, that we have clear values, that we don't become asleep spiritually, then we can win. Because Christ said, abandon yourself and follow me. This is what is crucial. We need to be ready to abandon just everything for Christ. Everything we have, our own life, our very life, and follow Christ and sacrifice our life for Him. But unfortunately, this is not what's happening. So that's why we don't have missionaries. We don't have people willing to spend their time in the church. Why? They work. They want more money. They want, and they explain, oh, I need money because I need to pay bills, and okay, it's all related. It's all just one system of mammon. Okay, we need to understand that, which makes us deprived. We are unable to serve God. We're unable to progress spiritually because we are trapped in this thing. So how you can make a slave from a free person? Okay, he is free, okay, but you want him to become slave. You need to make him addicted. Drugs, alcohol, something. He will think that he is free. He is freely going and buying alcohol. He thinks that he is free. But then is he really free? Okay, this is the same logic. Okay, people will think that they are free, and they do now, but they become slaves of sin. And Apostle Paul tells us about these things. And right now, it seems that we have so many Christians, Orthodox, but if all of them become shallow, become dependent on this mammon, with this coronavirus thing, we see like it's a rehearsal. The devil is testing, seeing how much people are relying on mammon, how uncomfortable they will feel when some things that they're used to are taken away. Okay, this is like a trial, like a test. Okay, to see what's the situation, how it worked, and eventually he wants the church, just almost all the church, okay, 95%, 99%, to become like that and just fall in his hands, okay, and that's it, okay. We won't be able to resist what he will bring, this system, this regime of Antichrist that will be brought like salvation, okay, that you will be ready to embrace in order to preserve what you have and maybe even more, okay, in this life. So may the Lord give us wisdom, give us strength, make us with Him, okay, live with Him in His salvation all the time. This is what keeps us safe from all this deceit and all this slavery that is approaching and coming to every one of us. May the Lord help us and not allow us to sleep, to fall asleep and to get fat spiritually. Okay, God bless. Christ is risen.